So, hello everyone. Let me introduce myself. My name is Mina. I am a Vietnamese living in Binh Hoa City, Dong Nai Province, which is located in the southern part of Vietnam. So, today is the first day of the Theatre Arts workshop, and our country for today is British. So, let me start off by giving you general information about British. So it is consists of four countries: England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. So its population is around 68 million people. This is the data collected in 2020. Okay, so next their national language is English. It used to be French because their king was the vessel of because the former king was the vessel of King France. Okay, so their capital is London, which is very famous for the two-story red bus and the red telephone booth. Okay, so National Day, it is various from different days in different countries. So in Scotland, it is the 30th of November. In Wales, is the 1st of March. In Northern Ireland, it is the 17th of March. And in England, is the 23rd of April. Okay, so next, the national anthem is God Save the King or the Queen, depending on the monarch. National animal is lion. It is a symbol for bravery and courage. Also, they're one of the four countries have a national animal, which is a unicorn, and that is the only country in the world that have their national animal as a mythical creature. Okay, so next, currency. In British, they use euro, or their code is GBP. Okay, so let's start off with some facts about England. So London is also called the land of fogs because if I remember correctly, in the 190s, there are a large environmental problem in England, and it's caused a lot of fog that is still happens to have today. Well, this fog, as I have researched, is kind of dangerous in different parts. If the parts are the air are very is polluted, then the fog could kill you. Okay, so let's talk about food culture in British. So there are a lot of cultures in British, different types of cultures, but my favorite one is about food. Because England is home to a lot of famous chefs and is kind of invents a lot of things. So food is the most significant for me to mention. Okay, so there are food like sandwich, chocolate. The English have produced that have invented the food sandwich and chocolate. Well, if I remember correctly, there's a story about a man who playing chess, and because he was really lazy to make his food, so he just take meat and put their meat between the breads, and that is the story of the first sandwich. Okay, chocolate. Well, you know chocolate. The English invented chocolate. Okay, so also there are some very good foods in England, like beef Wellington, fish and chips. They often eat this with tartar sauce and Yorkshire pudding. Well, they also eat this with whipping cream or ice cream, your depending on your taste and your flavor. Sunday rolls. Well, as its name is often eat on Sunday is have a lot of roast things, including potato, beef or pork or sometimes lamb, and maybe some side dishes. Okay, and so let's talk about some famous chefs in British. There are Marco Pierre White, Paul Hollywood, Gordon Ramsay, well, he is a very famous secretary, of course, and Nigella Lawson. They are both bakeries and chefs. Gordon Ramsay is the most famous of them all. He is famous for his skills in making difficult food like beef Wellington. And he has 58 restaurants around the world that earn 17 prizes of Michelin. That's just a very good, good profile for a restaurant. So, what do you think British is the most famous for, beside from the two-story red bus or the red telephone booth? So, it's of course it's tea. Do you believe that one person in British is consumed of 5 to 10 cups of tea a day? Well, I think sometimes British drinks tea so much that it's ridiculous. Well, talk about tea, we can't miss the afternoon tea, which is happened between the lunch and dinner. There are cakes, teas, there are different dessert. Yeah, sorry, dessert in the tea in the afternoon tea. While talking about British, there are a lot of things. Well, I can mention you some famous people from famous person like Adele, Emma Watson, Princess Diana. There are also Charlie Chaplin, a very comedic actor, a very famous comedic actor, and of course, famous chefs like Gordon Ramsay and others. So, when talking about British, there are a lot of things like their traditional clothes, their sports. Well, as I have researched, there are England have invented in so many sports. Some are weird, like cheese rolling, which you have a circular cheese, you let it roll down the hill, and there are people chasing after it. Kind of weird, right? But it's a very traditional thing in England. Also, there are some really famous festival like in the Edinburgh Festival, blah 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 blah, is have which is really colorful in different festivals. So talking about British, there are a lot of things, and although I mentioned very little, which means that they are not over yet, but I can see that British is a country that have a very various traditions, cultures, and a lot of things. So at the end of this video, I'll send my thanks to Kevin, Olivia, and Valentine, which have introduced me to a very famous country and also one of the most beautiful country in the world. And that's it. Thanks a lot for listening.